Okay, so we are recording. And as always, thank you guys, those of you who have called in so far, for calling in this evening. I sure appreciate you taking the time. And I'm really excited, as all of them, but I'm super excited tonight because I got to thinking this morning, when we sign up new ambassadors, or we are a new ambassador, the first thing our sponsor tells us a lot of times is to make a list. Make a list of people you know, whether it's 100, 200, 50 people, whatever it is. Go through that list, think of your top 3, contact them, message them. Then as you start getting into work in the business, that's continually what you hear, is a lot of times reaching out to people and messaging them. And then I know the frustration comes on they're not answering me. We've seen that they've read my message, or they're just pretty much saying no. And of course, it's something I have had a million no's and a million no responses. It really does not bother me anymore. It did at first, but it didn't take long, and then it doesn't bother me. Reason being is because I have seen so many times where that person later has told me, there's a reason I haven't responded, because I'm still thinking about it. I really want to do this, just in my timing, that type of stuff. And it makes me feel better later. And this could be a year later and I've messaged them. But also posting consistently, on Facebook. And when we don't have the likes or the comments from our friends, non-ambassadors, because if you guys look, I have a lot of likes on a lot of my posts because that's my ambassadors that are liking them. So people will say, you have so many likes. I'm like, yeah, but if you look at the names, those are ambassadors. It's just funny. I always tell everybody, your friends will not like or comment on a post a lot of times. Sometimes they will, but a lot of it was private messaging for me. And so, being consistent and know that they're watching. They're watching what you're doing. They're thinking about it. It may not be the timing, but you are still sharing with those people to let them know what you're doing, and you're showing that you're passionate about it. One cool thing is the more time that you keep doing it, to me, that's just more credibility to show you haven't given up on something and that you are still very passionate and serious about this. And they start thinking there must be something to this thing. If she has not given up yet, and they've seen that you are still posting, that just says so much to them. So tonight there is 2 new ambassadors that both of them have, I know, been friends of mine, and one of them has been friends of mine and her aunt Jimmy's for quite a while. And we're talking about, 3 years since almost 3 years since Jimmy's been doing Plexus. Me a little over 3.5 years, and they have watched us. They, of course, both of them were people that both Jimmy and I have talked about that, we really wanted to be on our team. So it's just kind of ironic that after this long, they finally have said, Jimmy, I wanted more information. Jimmy, I wanted more information. And the timing was huge for them. So I'm going to let both of them kind of share with you guys, because I want them both to share why they all of a sudden decided to join, why it took them that long, and just kind of share with you guys to see that what you all are doing by continuing posting and messaging and sharing with people, you're going to be able to change lives and help your friends by just keep going. Don't ever give up, because I'm so thankful that the first one, Libby, that I went to high school with, has joined me, because she has been an amazing inspiration to me since we were in high school. And both of us feel that way about each other. But, with Plexus, she has just been, so motivating, so excited about this business. And it's just awesome how things work out. So it's all in the timing. And then when Kyle signed up the other day, I know Jimmy has talked to me several times. I can tell you, Kyle, about how many times she has wanted you to do this with her. And so she was so excited, I thought she was going to cry. So anyways, without further ado, I was going to go ahead and let Liberty, I call her Libby from high school, but Liberty, I'm going to have her share a little bit for you guys. So Libby, whenever you're ready, please.
Okay, so kind of a little bit of my story. I probably was one of those people that never liked any of Jeannie's posts. I personally hate social media. I think that it is, in a way, destroying our children. And so I have tried to do network marketing once before. I'm a fitness fanatic. I love to work out. And I really struggled with the idea of trying yet another company and failing at it once again. So the last time I talked to Jeannie I was looking back at our messages, was actually in April of 2015. I messaged her about a recipe that she had posted. And she responded to me with a picture of it and what she had done and how she had cooked it. And that's how we reconnected. Well, then another 14 months go by of me watching her and seeing that now she's like picking out Alexis. And I'm like, what? This is like real? Is this for real? And it had to be. So I messaged her and I said, okay, I know that I am made for bigger and better things. And I am tired of building my boss's dream. I want to build my own. And I've watched her do it. And so I knew that I was capable of doing it too. I just needed to be on the right team. And I had looked at other companies before. Within 11 houses of me, I have 4 It Works girls. And they wanted me to join them as well. However, I just didn't feel it was right. So I started doing research on Plexus, and I found out some really interesting information about the best time to join a network marketing company is when there are less than 500,000 distributors, and they've been in business for at least 5 years, and they haven't quite met their critical growth period. So it's really interesting because Plexus is past that 5 years. They're also debt-free, and critical growth, I think we're like in that phase right now. So if you look at all the big companies like Mary Kay and Avon and Tupperware, and there are people that signed up back in the 80s or even the 70s on some of them, those people are set for life. And I just thought to myself, like, if I could work this really, really hard for 3 to 5 years and do these simple tasks every single day of contacting 5 new people, like contacting 3 follow-ups and listening to 1 training video a day, if I could just do those simple tasks every single day, I will make something of this for sure. I just was listening to a video. I'm a stalker, Facebook stalker by heart. I can find out anything about anyone, and I shouldn't tell people that because that's, you know, one of my secrets. But I wanted to know if I was already attached to the first emerald in Arizona, who the first emerald in Utah was, because that's where I'm at. And Utah is still I don't feel like there's a whole lot of Plexus presence here. I found her. Her name is Emily Ryan Gibson. She started in November of 2015, and she went emerald in May of this year, 6 months. So I contacted her, and she said, just be consistent, which is what Jeannie told me to. And she does 10 people a day. And I just was like, okay, this is like so cool, you know? One quote that she had today was like, it's a quote from Eleanor Roosevelt. Eleanor Roosevelt, sorry. She says, do what you feel in your heart to be right, for you'll be criticized anyways. And so there are going to be people that criticize you, but I feel in my heart that this is where I'm supposed to be, and I will wear a Plexus hoodie and t-shirt everywhere, and I don't care if people think I'm crazy, because I want to share this with people. Timing was everything for me. I think I needed to be in a good place where I needed something more in my life, and I needed to see that it was possible. And so it's just all about staying consistent now and letting those people that I'm planting seeds with, since they've seen me do something else in the past, I need to show them that I am consistent with this and that it is going to pay off, not only for me in the long run, but that it can for them as well. if I've already noticed that my why is changing a little bit in 6 weeks, which is crazy. And I truly think that it needs to make you cry. If your why doesn't make you cry, then you need to like reevaluate it and dig a little deeper, because that's what the force is that keeps us going in this. You joined for a reason, right? And so find that why again, kind of revisit it and make sure that it's as strong as it needs to be to keep you going. I'm looking at my notes here. They're kind of crazy everywhere. I think that's pretty much it. That went way faster than I thought it was going to go.
That was perfect, Libby. You did awesome. Thank you. And I loved, exactly, you shared perfect. And like you said, it was all in the timing of, you know, when you knew there was something better. And that's what's awesome, is I'm thankful I stayed consistent and you were watching me, and, you know, that you knew before that, you know, if I'm doing this, I'm not crazy, you know, because we've been friends for a long time too. So that helps a little bit too on that we did have that. But it's pretty awesome after that many years, you know, that I get to have you as a teammate and a business partner, you know, to help do this. So thank you, Libby, for sharing that.
Yeah.
All right, Miss Kyle, will you unmute yourself and we'll have you share, please?
All right. Can everyone hear me?
Go ahead. You bet.
I'm still learning this whole thing. So yeah, obviously I've been watching my aunt do this for a while. Sometimes I wonder, like, what if I would have just signed up with her? Like, which I know she's probably going to kill me for saying that. But the fact is I'm doing it now. I think it was just timing as well, like Liberty said. I just was never ready to. I was never a skeptic. I never thought it didn't work. I saw how amazing it worked for my aunt and how much better she felt and just how much it changed her life. I just wasn't ready for it. I think a big reason it finally hit me was because, well, I signed up like 3 or 4 days ago, the night before I signed up. It's probably about 1 a.m, and my fiance, Brandon, he's a type 1 diabetic, and he always wakes up in the middle of the night with high blood sugars, low blood sugars. They spike, they dip. It's all crazy. It's all over the place. He has it in good control, and he doesn't even know why it does that. And he woke me up that night, and he's like, my blood sugar is so low, like, I need your help. Can you help me get some, like, orange juice or something? So I was up and down, helping him get some, anything sugary to get it up. And, you know, we went to bed. I was exhausted in the morning. And also over the last few weeks, I just haven't been like as happy at work as I usually am. I love serving, but I'm kind of getting sick and tired of my coworkers. Like, they're just not fun anymore. I don't think they like it either. And those are both like really big reasons. I was just like, I want Brandon to be better. I wanted to help his sugars, and he was totally on board. So I literally woke up that morning, and for whatever reason, I hadn't been talking to my aunt recently. Nothing popped up. I just called him and I was like, hey, we're starting Flexus. And he's like, okay, sure. That sounds like a good idea. I'll try it with you. 3 hours later, he comes home and I'm like, okay, well, I'm selling it now. So I don't know. It's just timing. Like, I'm sick of not seeing my kids ever. And I know I have the determination to do it. Like, I'm stubborn and I'm hard-headed, because some of you know who my family is, and we won't take no for an answer. And I'm just ready to try something new. I've been serving since I could. Since I was like 17 or 18, I've been serving. And it's a good way to make income, but I'm there 5 nights a week. I'm gone from my family 5 nights a week. And that was my big why. And what Libby had said was, like, if your why doesn't make you cry, then you need to kind of like start thinking again, what is your why? And I tried really hard and I did good. But when I was on a 3-way call with Dusty and my aunt, I choked up a little talking about how I don't ever see my kids. Every night I come home and get told, oh, Braxton cried because he wanted you, all night long. He still isn't asleep. He's just like, I want mom. Or every single day it's like, Mom, do you really have to go to work? Like, why do you have to go to work? I want you to stay at home. And, I explained to him that I have to make money. Well, I'm just like really anxious for the day that I can be like, hey, guess what? I don't have to go to work. I'm at work. I'm home though. And I can hang out with him and play with him all the time. And, it was just a timing thing. I just wasn't ready, but but I definitely have seen my aunt's posts over the years. I probably liked a few of them, probably not all of them, but and I probably ignored every time she commented on something of mine. But I'm glad she did. If she hadn't done that, and I haven't, or if I didn't see how well she's been doing in her own life, I don't think I ever would have jumped on board. But she's stuck with it. She's consistent, and she's killing it. And I'm like, well, my big question was, in 3 years, what will I be doing? Well, my answer in my head, if I didn't start Plexus, my answer was, I will still be serving. And I know that. I'll still be a server. And I don't want to do that anymore. I've been doing it long enough. And this is something that I can do, that I can be passionate about, that I can still get to go do fun stuff, be around fun people, and still get to enjoy my family at the same time, and not have to stress about bills and, you know, are we going to be able to do something fun this year, go on a vacation. So I'm really grateful, though, that my aunt bugged me for 3 years straight to get on this. So, but yeah, that's pretty much it. I don't know.
Awesome.
Can I just add one more thing real quick?
Go ahead, Libby. You betcha. Please do.
Okay. Something she just like fired in something in my head is that I truly think every day of where I want to be. So something that I told Dusty one time was that I read somewhere or saw somewhere that we need to act like the people that we want to be. So if you want to be a diamond, you need to do the things that diamonds do. If you want to be an emerald, you need to do the things that emeralds do. And just on Sunday, I was shopping Lexuses with Jeremy, just to like make that more of a vision and a real thing that I want to happen in our lives. That's it.
I love it.
Sorry.
Thank you for saying that, because it is. And I will tell you, we had a meeting down in Phoenix at the Lexus dealership down there. This was before I was Emerald or anything. And it was so awesome because we did a little ambassador training because they don't have a huge meeting down there. So, and then I had all the ambassadors pick out, like the Lexus dealership had them out, which our options were. And then I had everybody pick out which one they wanted. And we took a picture of them, you know, with their Lexus. And I still have a lot of those. Crystal was there and Mandy was there. It was awesome just to see because it was so exciting and one of the funnest trips. So I'm super glad you did that. We need to do that again. But for those of you too that go do that. Like Libby said, I think that is so fun. And who cares? You can just tell them, hey, I'm almost an Emerald with Plexus, so I'm going to be picking out my Lexus soon. I just kind of wanted to see what you guys have. Totally do that, you guys, because it's true. So who cares what they say? They're going to be probably catering to you and tell them the options you have and go look at them, test drive them. So, because you're going to be there doing that. So I'd love to see pictures of all of you guys doing that. I think that would be fun. So thank you, Libby, for sharing that too. Also, you know, a big thing you guys heard both Kyle and Liberty talk about was their whys. And when Libby sent me hers, it made me cry because I know a little bit of her story and her background and stuff too. And it was just overwhelming because I was like, oh my gosh, I have the opportunity to help, you know, this person reach these goals and her why. And it was a very, very strong why. And Kyle's, because Jimmy told me Kyle's too. And it just, you know, makes you just have chills. I have them right now. That we get to be a part of that by sharing with others. And, you know, you guys get to be a part of helping them to reach that why. I have been able to reach my why, and Dusty has helped me along with all of you guys. And that is really cool. That is amazing. So absolutely, like Libby said, you know and think that you are going to, you know, be that diamond, whatever your goals are, whether it's, you know, it doesn't have to be a jewel. It can be whatever you guys want it to be, but think that, you know, like she said, do that, act like that, you know, do what they do, but just know and say to yourselves every day that you're going to do that. Affirmations are a huge thing. Most of you guys know that I do coaching calls with and stuff. You guys know I'm really big on affirmations. And so that's a big part of it. Another cool thing Jimmy and I talked about this morning, we thought was so ironic, is between these two that took you know, at least 3 years of watching her and I doing Plexus and everything was, they're totally rock stars with the business. Both of them are a lot alike. They're very determined, as you heard Kyle say, and I know she is. And they're going to do it. They're going to go to the top. So it's awesome that I'm very thankful that it took them 3 years of watching Jimmy and I, because they know, I mean, it's without a doubt, both of them are like, well, we don't care. Nothing's standing in our way. They don't care what others think. They just have their why, they have their goals, and they're going for it. And so my point to that is, you know, because we kept sharing and we were consistent and kept reaching out and building those relationships, that those people are going to come into your lives at different parts. You know, I know it's hard when people get frustrated and you get that, you know, no, somebody's going to sign up. They're going to sign up in 2 days and they don't sign up. Well, I'm going to sign up next month and they don't sign up, you know, and gets frustrating, but they may not sign up next year. They may not sign up the year after that, you know, but no, it is their timing and they will join you, and somebody that you least expect it, because you've been posting and staying consistent, might see that vision and want the same thing, want that opportunity like both of them do. So does anybody have any questions for either of the ladies or for me, or even any comments? Does anybody have anything? I'll wait a few minutes. You guys are quiet tonight. Okay.
I have a quick comment.
Real quick, Jeannie.
Yes, go ahead.
Yeah. Okay. Sometimes people may think like following up with people for a year, 2 years, 3 years is kind of crazy. Like, it's too time consuming. But I have to tell you guys, and I'm sure that Jeannie feels the same exact way, I am so thankful that I did not give up on my niece. It's this right here is why I do it. I have the ability to help her be a stay-at-home mom and change her life, her kid's life, Brandon's life. It's seriously beyond, the way that she's jumped in is beyond anything I would have ever dreamed of. So I'm so grateful that I did not give up on her and that she finally decided to jump in and truly saw the vision. So just don't give up on people.
Nope. Right. Good message, Jimmy. Marson, did you have something?
Yeah, Gene, I was just going to say the same thing. These two young ladies are really inspiring, and it's so true. It just shows you don't give up posting, you don't give up reaching out to people, and listen to these two amazing young ladies tonight. And I know they're going to be divers too. Yep. Has really inspired me, and I just needed that at this time. I just want to say thank you. This has been an amazing meeting.
Good, Marcy. Thank you. Good job, Libby and Kyle. See, you're already inspiring people. That's amazing.
Well, that just helps me. Thank you.
Can you hear me, Jeannie?
Yes.
Yeah.
Go
And I just wanted to say that I joined Jeannie's team about a month after she became an ambassador back in 2013. And I've been sitting back and watching and on my personal development journey as well. And I just wanted to say that this is, I know you'll hear it a million times, but this is the best time to join Plexus. And it's so awesome to see you two ladies join us. And I'm making amazing progress in my journey. And so it is an amazing time for all of us.
Yep. Awesome, Crystal. Thank you for sharing that.
Yeah,
she's taking
definitely.
Off, guys, so watch out.
We all are.
Yep. It's the timing for her, and boy, she's going crazy. Crystal is. So I'm super proud of her. And yeah, thank you, Martin, for those comments. That I totally agree. And that's why I just got really excited about this call, because it's been amazing to watch these two ladies over the last little bit. So anyone else have any other comments? Excuse me, you guys, if they want to add.
Hey, I've got one more little one. If you guys are like looking for people to watch on how they're posting, you guys need to go watch Liberty and Kyle. You know, I've already been on Liberty's page and used some of her stuff. It's just like a breath of fresh air.
Yeah.
And I grabbed one of Kyle's, you know, it was something I hadn't seen. And Kyle got out her phone the other day, took a video of her little boy and said, I have to go to work. And that little boy said, I don't want you to go, Mommy.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, just watch what they're doing, guys.
Yep. Yeah, it's funny because I did the same thing to Libby the other day because she messaged me about posting a video, and I'm like, I totally need to do that. I was like, thank you for that idea. It was awesome.
I needed Jeannie to be my auditor as to what was like compliant and not. And that was like totally new for me too. I am stepping out of comfort zones that I never ever thought that I would, from doing service work and talking to strangers to making videos. Like my daughter was in the background laughing on one of them so hard. But I told myself I was going to do not only the contacts every day, but I was going to do 3 posts. One was going to be inspirational, and so I start out every morning with an inspirational post. Kind of mid-morning, I've noticed a lot of people like either my fitness posts or my posts about my husband and my family. So I post something about one of those 2 things. And then late in the evening is when people want to talk about Plexus, whether it's at 10:30 at night, 11:30 at night. And so I try to post the ones later in the evening when people are getting home from work and they're tired. And that's when most of those are triggered, like they're exhausted. So I'm like Jeannie, I don't get a whole lot of likes, but it's amazing how many private messages I've gotten about like, hey, I'm watching you, or that post that you just made, I want to know more about it, which is inspiring to me because at first I was looking, well, why are people liking my posts? Like, you know, so that's another one of my little secrets.
Yep. And I love it. She's done, which I wish I would have done, something that Libby has done is she has done a couple videos, and both of them she cried on, but they made me cry, of course, too, watching her, but she was so real. She was so just pumped up and excited and enthusiastic that I was like, why doesn't everybody want to join Libby today? You know, watching that video, because it was that empowering to what she's doing, and just so, you know, that this is what I'm doing. And she's gonna go crazy even more because people are watching those in the comments, even though maybe they weren't asking about Plexus. They were watching, they watched her video, they see her passion, they're gonna watch her journey. So as she continues, it's gonna be the timing for more and more people for her, and they're gonna jump on board. So it's neat. It's definitely, like Jimmy said, follow both Kyle and Libby too, and, you know, just kind of check their posts out here and there for different ideas. I'm excited to do it because I love new and different posts and ideas, and so that's why. And now Libby has got me started on this fitness thing, this app that she got me so excited about and inspired me to do that. So my legs are burning tonight, by the way, but I will thank Libby for that later. But that's what's awesome is, you know, you just get inspired about different things from people. So anyways, you guys keep posting, stay consistent, but show your enthusiasm, your passion, your life of how Plexus has helped you, you know, be simple, be real, like I always say, and just share that with people and help to change their lives. And if it doesn't today, it will down the line. I can promise you that. So anyways, you guys, thank you both, Liberty and Kyle, again for sharing tonight. Wonderful job, ladies. And I hope all of you guys have a wonderful rest of your evening, and we will be talking to you guys soon. So thank you guys.